Okay, let's be honest for a second. Have you ever looked around your room and just felt completely suffocated by all your stuff? Today, we're going to dive into Fumio Sasaki's incredible journey, a story about going from a life of clutter to one of real, profound freedom, all by learning to say two simple words: goodbye, things.
I mean, really think about it. Do your things make you tired? It's a question I've definitely asked myself. All the energy we spend cleaning them, organizing them, just worrying about them, man, it can be absolutely exhausting. And that feeling of being totally overwhelmed, that is exactly where our story begins.
And here's what's so relatable about this. Fumio Sasaki wasn't some kind of minimalist guru living up on a mountain somewhere. Nope. He was just a regular guy, probably a lot like you and me, living in a small apartment in Tokyo who felt completely and utterly trapped by his own stuff.
So, what did that life of clutter actually look and feel like? Let's take a look. Let's see the before picture, so to speak.
This right here gets to the absolute heart of the problem. He had this deep, constant feeling of dissatisfaction, but he couldn't put his finger on why. He just had this gut feeling that something was fundamentally wrong with his life.
And as it turned out, the source of his unhappiness was literally all around him. It was the little things, the daily things, the stress of trying to pick an outfit from a mountain of clothes, the guilt from looking at a shelf full of unread books, the constant nagging worry about maintaining everything he owned. It got to a point where his things were starting to own him.
So he decided he had to do something. But it wasn't some massive life overhaul. Not at first. It was just a simple, small experiment. A single decision that, believe it or not, would end up changing everything.
He started small, really small, with the easy stuff, A CD collection he hadn't touched in years, books he knew deep down he was never going to read again. And wow, the effect was immediate. As his physical room started to clear up, he felt his mind begin to clear right along with it. And this was his big aha moment. This whole minimalism thing, it wasn't actually about the stuff at all. It was about creating the space, both physical and mental, that he needed to finally connect with himself.
So this journey, it quickly went from just, tidying up his apartment to really understanding the deep psychological price we all pay for our possessions. Sasaki had this realization that we buy things hoping for happiness, but so often they just bring us stress. We think they're going to build our identity, but instead they create guilt. We're looking for comfort and security, but what we end up with is fatigue and this constant fear of losing it all. It's like there's this huge gap between what we expect from our stuff and the emotional reality of it.
This feeling was just fueled by his possessions. He gives this example of an expensive camera he owned. It was supposed to make him feel all creative and artistic. But every single time he looked at it, it was just this silent reminder of the photos he wasn't taking. It just made him feel like a failure.
And the thing is, these burdens are mostly invisible, right? We attach our identities to our belongings. We scroll through social media, comparing our lives to what everyone else has. We completely exhaust our brains with thousands of tiny, meaningless decisions about our stuff every single day. It all adds up to this heavy, heavy mental weight that we don't even realize we're carrying around.
But once he started to shed these burdens, that false identity, the need to compare, all that constant noise just quieted down. And for the first time in a long time, he could actually hear his own voice again. He started to reconnect with the person he actually wanted to be.
So what did life look like on the other side of all this? What was the ultimate result of saying goodbye to almost everything he owned?
Seriously, take a guess. Just think about everything in your own home right now. All the clothes, the kitchen stuff, books, electronics, everything. What number do you think he landed on?
150. That's it. 150 items. Just let that sink in. He went from a room absolutely crammed with years and years of accumulation down to just 150 essential things. The change was radical, and let me tell you, so were the results.
See, the big payoff wasn't just having a tidy room. It was a feeling he'd been chasing his entire life. True, genuine, unburdened freedom. And that freedom, well, it brought some incredible perks. All of a sudden, he had more time and energy because he wasn't wasting it on stuff anymore. With less distraction, his mind was clearer. His relationships became deeper and more genuine. His self-esteem started coming from inside him, not from what he owned. He even started sleeping better, and for the first time, his home became a source of peace, not a source of stress.
But here's the most important thing about Sasaki's message. It's not a strict set of rules. It's not about hitting some magic number of items. It's really just an invitation.
This right here is the key.
The whole goal isn't just to own as little as possible. The goal is to remove the things that are standing in the way of the life you actually want to live. It's all about subtraction for the sake of addition.
So, as we wrap this up, let's reframe that question. It's not just about what thing you might let go of. It's about the fear that thing represents. You know, the fear of not being enough, or the fear of letting go of who you used to be. By saying goodbye to a thing, you might just be saying goodbye to a fear. And that is a really powerful idea to think about.